Just doing a little bit of a flip flop. Hello and welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me. So I'm just going to give it a few seconds, a few minutes, get some people in here, and welcome you all. So thank you for joining me. My my name's. There's just so much I want to cover today, and I feel like I have to do a warning out for people before I begin because I'm going to be talking about things that a lot of people within the spiritual community don't want to talk about or don't acknowledge. And this is something I feel because of so many things that I have been talking about before about shattered realities and realities being shattered, that we are starting to see a lot being unveiled within our world at this time. So just an FYI to let you know. And for those who don't know, my name is Mary June Tracy, psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and an astrologer coming to you with the 411 of the cosmic shenanigans. And and I swear, so I guess I had a few people that it threw them off the other day. I swear. So my language can be a little bit flamboyant, and if that offends you, that offends you. So welcome everyone. One, I am a Scorpio. So if people that want to know what my sun sign is, I'm a Scorpio double Cancer, meaning my moon is in Cancer and my rising sign is in Cancer. And I don't have a lot in other signs, maybe, one here, one there, where sometimes when you look at people's natal chart, they have a little bit, a little bit of a cluster, in one area and a little cluster in other areas, and it's sort of spread out. My cluster is all basically in Scorpio. So I'm a Scorpio clustered. So I might come out a little bit brass to people, but I don't mean to. I am very loving. I do love you all, and I send people out with quite a lot of joy and positivity. So welcome. I'm bringing in my notes today, so it's kind of a crazy day. A few things that have come to me, and especially because of a lot that's sort of coming out about the Travis Scott. And if you don't know who Travis Scott is, he's a rapper. He's dating a Kardashian, I think Khloe or somebody. I think I don't. Yeah. So, anyways, he's involved with that, but there's a lot that and I can go. I'm going to just go back a bit on some of how this energy and information's coming through, and what I have been feeling and seeing for quite some time is been a lot, and it's been revealing things, and things are being revealed, and I feel like once they sort of been shown, even though I've been giving people a lot of warnings about it, and I'm going to give you tools to work with this. You can see why certain people left the spiritual community and really took a different route and went backwards in some ways. And one of them is and we'll bring her up, and her name is Doreen, and in what her visions were seeing. Now, her last time she did predictions for the year was, oh my God, because I was seeing it too. And I think that was when the oil was going to be going through North Dakota. They were trying to go through reservation land. And she was talking about things, coming into upheaval and the world. But I believe in that predictions that she was making, because I was seeing a lot of the similar things, but my time date was different. I was seeing things further into the future, further things that were coming. And I think a lot what did come to her scared her, because it was a lot. There was a lot that was being unveiled, a lot that was being seen. And for her, that really got her to denounce everything. Denounce all her angel work, all her astrology. She dabbled in this astrology. She worked with different shamans and crystals and oils and stuff like that. So it got her to really, it feared her. And part of that fear is because people use that in a negative way. You can use astrology in a negative way. You can use crystals in a negative way. You can use the Bible in a negative way. Trust me, it gets done. So people use things or use different spiritualities as a front as good. And what she was seeing, and I think even what she was seeing within Hay House, and I know there's a lot of Hay House people out there. I mean, I own a lot of things from Hay House. I think I own practically every deck from Doreen, and books that she wrote, and other things even from um other that came through Hay House. But when she left, and I think that's when I started to see things really come to light, and others that they had to take her place, per se. Um, and they brought the person out that was, I would say, more in alignment to what society wanted. Somebody who was gay, somebody who is, transparent in being gay and being in that. Nothing against gay people, please. Don't start emailing me and trashing me. Uh, I have a lot of clients who are gay, bi, trans, what have you. But what I'm saying is that they got a what we would call a token person to do it, and bringing that energy in. Now, when I started seeing that person, I can't remember his name. People just loved him, and the artwork, I will say, on some of the cards are beautiful. But there was always something that bothered me about him. Now, as who I know who I am, if somebody or something bothers me, or if I see something that is not feeling right, I got to trust it. I may not know exactly what it is, but I have to trust it. I have to trust that energy that's coming in, and the vibrations that are coming to me that are saying, okay, this person has another ulterior agenda. And that's what she was calling out. And I think she just didn't know any other way except to go back to religion, because that's safe. That's a safe place for her. And when she started to see, and this is even what I'm seeing within the astrology community, not everybody's up front. Not everybody wants to say what is coming forward. Either they're afraid to say it, or they don't want to be called out on it. They don't want to be, there's just so many layers to it. So there's so much that's coming, forth and being revealed to people, that they don't want to acknowledge it. Now, a few things started to sort of come, and when certain things come through my mind or downloads, it gets me curious, because I might have had a thought about that person or a feeling about that person earlier on, and then changes happen. One of them is Justin Bieber. And I always thought, and he's even mentioned it too, about his marriage being arranged, which I honestly think it was, just for not only the Baldwin family, but there's something to do, because she's his handler. Like, she's the one who takes care of him, makes sure that he does all his therapies that he needs to do, and things like that. So I feel like there is some kind of weird connection between him and his wife. There's that. And then I saw him, wearing, I think it was, and associating more with Marilyn Manson. Now he has become a reverend, Justin has, and hanging out a lot with Kanye West, whatever his name is. Never can say his name right. And he always bothered me. And I know he has mental illnesses, and fine. But this is unveiling a lot of layers that are there that a lot of people don't want to look at, and things that are a part of a cult that performs before us every single day, performs before us to show us things, but maybe we don't want to see them clearly. And that's, within the entertainment community and Hollywood. Now, I won't say all of them are there. Some of them have denounced it and moved away, refused to conform to what they are wanting, and others have. Now, this is bringing in where the energies are about the building blocks and the challenges and the frustrations that we are going to be feeling. And today, I mean, basically the day is, there's a nice little vibe there, but there's an undertone to that vibe. There's an undertone of energy that's coming through for us to begin to realize what is being revealed to us. And sometimes we don't want to see it or acknowledge it because it is a lot. And as I said, things are going to be revealed to you, things are going to be shown to you that you don't want to see, nor do you want to acknowledge because it is overwhelming. And this is where I find that there's going to be a lot of emotional exposure that's coming forth. And I'm not going to get into really the bad, gritty details of some of the shit that they do in order for them to continue their status, to continue what it is that they do, and the money, that the fame and the fortune. But it isn't nice. It isn't nice. Now, that Travis concert, and using the name Astro World, which is kind of like threw me off, like that really threw me off. But a lot of things that were happening way before the concert, where the music that was being played anywhere between 6 to 8 hours before the concert was very making people sick, giving them headaches. It was very low vibration. It wasn't like it wasn't a positive vibration of music that brings in higher hertz. It was a very low vibration of it. So a lot of people before the concert were infiltrated with this vibrational energy. And music is huge. Music can really change your vibration almost instantly. And if you have some really good music playing, some really good energy coming from the music, it can really raise your vibration. But if you have a lot of lower vibration that comes in, it lowers your vibration. And with that lowering the vibration can lower how you feel. Now that can bring in nausea, headaches, and feeling out of sorts. And there was that was being played at that too. The other thing too, and you had to go through his mouth. That's a sign. And if you've ever studied any theology, if you've ever studied anything to do with any religion, purgatory, and things along that line, when you enter through the mouth of something, you're entering through the mouth of Satan. You're entering into the underground. When you work with that of the higher elements, you don't enter with they don't you go with them. They give you their hand, they show you their heart. There was no heart being shown there. There was no love being shown there. Totally different vibration. So when you're going through the mouth, that means that you are feeding that of what is not good. And when I see those types of things, I kind of like, whoa. And sometimes people don't realize that that's what it means, but it is. There's paintings done by it from medieval times to before that, and there's even within different doctrines and within biblical of entering the mouth of Satan. So these are things that are like, whoa, first of all. And if I had a child and I saw that, there's no fucking way my kid would have been going to that concert. Trust me, just no. Plus, they had an inoculation or a vaccine set up for people, which really blows my mind because one, once you get it, you're not fully vaccinated, right? And within that vaccination, you are, but they had vaccination sites set up, and then there are people going around shooting people up, and they're shooting people up. And what they come to realize that some of the things that were being shot up with was graphite graphite oxide. Now graphite oxide, once it gets into it, it really can, it changes vibration within your body. It can cause cardiac arrest. It can cause many other things and people to pass out. The other thing in that concert, there is video showing that he was singing to a dead person as they're carrying that person out. He didn't stop the concert, and it was tragic. It was horrific. It was tragic. He's refunding people, which he should, but that's showing you in your face. Here's what's coming. Are you paying attention? Or are you wanting to be blindsided and fall into the delusions of what is being given to you at this time so that you can live a monetary life that feels like, okay, I just want to live my life. When you actually signed up to be able to live a life that is more in spiritual alignment and your connection to the divine. Now, not everybody will believe that. Not everybody will, follow that, but that is my true belief of why we have come here upon this earth walk. It is to come into that alignment. It is that reconnection. And the beautiful thing is when we connect and we begin to really connect and come into that grounding with the divine, and the meditation that we do in the morning is I am the grace of God, and connecting with the Adi Shakti, connecting with that beautiful divine energy of God in order for us to be able to communicate in a way that helps to guide us, in a way for us to stand in our truth, and standing in that truth and that alignment of being within and being with that divine energy. And when we're aligned with that divine energy, it is beautiful. It is wonderful. It is, it does open up beautiful doorways and opens up the heart in order for us to be led in a wonderful way. This energy, what came forth, was really entering you back into purgatory, and purgatory's hell. And it's part of hell. And it's a waiting place. It is where there is lust, and where there is, where people just want to abide time. But the true ascension is as we rise up and we see that and we say, yeah, there's temptation. Of course, there's temptation. We're on an earth walk. We're on an earth walk to understand and learn what our temptations are and overcome them. We come in with the karma. The karma is not only good, it's bad too. It's a balance. Karma is energy that we've come in to work with and to work through and to be able to understand and come into a place where we are able to shine light even brighter. That is what, part of our earth walk is. Many of us have different challenges and come in with different ways of dealing with it. And that's what makes us so unique and beautiful. The energy that we have right now is bringing in where there is exposure, emotional exposure is coming in. And this is where we are looking at, what we are wanting to build. Our intuition might be being thrown off. And so it's like, okay, I'm not feeling it right, but I'm getting a stop sign. Then we need to stop. It's not to bulldoze through the stop sign. This is where we're getting where it's like, okay, I feel like I'm playing a ping pong game and I'm being tossed around, and I really need to come in and center myself even more because I'm feeling that. Well, we got a Mars and Mercury squaring Saturn. Yeah, that's a real harsh aspect because we got two malefics that want their way, that say it's my way or the highway. And Mars is like, fuck you. I'm going to do it my way because I am in Scorpio. And I'm the old ruler. And Saturn is going, well, I'm the old ruler of Aquarius. And he's the mad scientist. He wants to create something that's crazy and out of this world. That will it do harm? It might. Because for him, he is in that world of abstract and craziness, because it is where you look at the Aquarius symbol, it is waves. There's a higher vibration and a lower vibration. Saturn can go either way. We have Jupiter at the end. Jupiter is wanting to bring in connection, but he's also in his father's house. He's still connected to his father. So there's still that energy of looking for that patriotical energy to come save us, that father to come and save us in some way. And we as a society are looking for that. within our leaders. We're looking for that. Give us something good. Well, they, whether here, take this elixir, here, take this. This is going to save you. Another weird thing is that since Gavin Newsom has gotten his booster shot, we haven't heard from him since October 27th. Look, there might be something weird going. There might be some family matters. There might be something else going on. But other reports are coming out that he's had a bad reaction to it. And he's the one who's pushing the shots for the children. One of the ones, people. So this energy, this information is coming out. But it's like, oh, I just want to go on with my life. I just want to, I have to feed my children. I have to do all that. And I get it. But here's the thing. When you're shown something that is not good, that is evil, are you going to continue following that? For the sake of, okay, hopefully I can keep that paycheck. Hopefully I can keep that pension. When the economy, we know, is going to be dropping and falling. And some of the places that hold pensions are going to be going in an adverse way. And I can see those things. Biden is shutting down another gas line, pipeline. Why? And he's asking Saudi Arabia for more oil when there's oil reserves in that throughout North America that are far richer and far greater than that of Saudi Arabia. Awakening. This year is a year 5. This year is a changeable contemplation, closing out old energies and looking into new. This is where this is the oddness. When you get a 5, there's some kind of changes that are coming in. There's something that is closing doorways. Oldness is closing, newness is coming in. That's why we have that Saturn Uranus square that is also coming up on December 24th, because that is the old and the new. And as I said, this is like an arm wrestle. We're struggling. Which way are we going to go? Here we got with Scorpio is all about truth. Gemini, about truth. Aligning with your truth. Aligning with your divine. Dante's paintings, if you ever go into Dante, I mean, he shows you that alignment between Gemini and Taurus. That there is that Palladian, there's the sisters, and there is that beautiful energy of Archangel Michael, of ascending upwards, of moving upwards into that connection of truth, bringing in that of the mundane and bringing that of truth coming in. Scorpio is it is the underworld. The underworld of going through a transformation and change to come out to be the phoenix, to allow us to ascend to greater heights. It wants us to ascend to greater heights. It wants to push us up to the greatness. Yet we get trapped. People get trapped. I get trapped. You get trapped. We get trapped. But we got to realize that we get trapped. We got to realize it and say, okay, this is not where I want to be. This is not in my alignment. This is not what I want. This is why so many, New Age people are stop doing what they're doing, because they can't, they have not been fucking trained on dealing with the evil. They get trained in living with the love and the light and everything beautiful and wonderful. Oh, wonderful. Great. I love it. But you also have to have a realization that there's negativity there. And I don't care if you're a witch, a pagan, a Catholic, or whatever, or some kind of spiritualist or whatever. There's evil. And those evils come from different dimensions. And those different dimensions try every once in a while to come through and try and challenge us as humans. Because this playground that we came upon, this earth that we've come to be here, is a place for it to show us where the true light is. It's the only place in the universe like it. to come here to connect and reconnect with the universe. Yet the challenge is that these the other energies, other entities come through to challenge you, to try and sway you in other ulterior directions. And in swaying into those directions, throw you off from what you are here to actually do, because they set in and they push against your fears, and they push against your anxiety, and they cause different things to happen within you and lower that vibration. So that's why it's a constant practice. That's why each and every day is a constant practice. It's a day that's never been lived before. It's a day that we need to step in each and every day and do the gratitudes and say the thank yous, and allow ourselves to call in our guardians, our guardian angels, to call in our guardians, to call in all of that of love and light, to allow for whatever frequency that we are working on in that day, that frequency be totally protected unto the light, and that nothing negative or nothing of will try and sway us in other directions. It is a constant practice. Sometimes it's a constant battle. It's those, going into the darkness of the soul, as John the Cross wrote about. And it is going into that darkness. It is going into those places that people don't want. They want to have the pretty fun stuff, and let's just go to the concerts, and let's just have fun, and let's just go do this, because they just want to have that. And I'm not going to deny people for just having that. That's fine. But it's also understanding why you're doing it. And when we start seeing things like this start coming out, and the thing, and I do bring up the states quite a lot, because they are the mirror for the world. They are this place where it is mirroring what other people are wanting, what other people are wanting to have, to strive for. And it's a mirror. It is a mirror of a reflection of who we are and what is going on in the world. It is the place where we are having those battles and having those things coming out. Yet it is also a place that brings in such glory and beauty as well. So there is these battles of the good and the bad, and then they overflow onto the other battlefields in other places around the world. So we're into this old and new, and this is fun. Foundationally, there's a lot of juggling that we're going to be doing right now. So there's a lot of juggling, and don't go and rescue things that don't need to be rescued. Don't go out and start trying to rescue something that it's a dead horse, it's done. Don't do it. This is where you're going to find false, even if it's within your business, you might find that, okay, I'm really done with this. Or it's a soulmate, or you're trying to save some kind of day. You're trying to save the day, and you think that's your soulmate. It's like, no. This is where you're coming forth and allowing yourself to see, because there are a lot of intensities and blocks that are being revealed to us, not only for ourselves individually, but within the collective consciousness as a whole, that is being revealed and getting us to have to knock them down and have to go through it. And it's the basic shit. It's the basic. Some of it's just the big basic shit, and more big stuff is coming. More big stuff is being revealed, but it is the chess moves of the world, and not being covered, underlying reasons of why this is happening. But you're going to find that not all of it is going to be a part of your journey, and you have to know that it's not a part of your journey. Realizing it, I know what happened there. I saw the things that were going on with that concert, and I had some really weird feelings when I saw a picture of him a few months ago, or was it over a year ago? And I'm just like, ooh, there's something crazy. And what I find amazing is, like, the things that I do is I take old pictures of people, and then I compare them to where they are now. And if there's a change, like sometimes you can sort of see, especially within the eyes. The eyes are, the mirror to the soul. You can see where people have changed or their energy has moved into a different direction. And that's what you have to be aware of as well. Um, just because they're from Hay House doesn't mean they're of love and light. Just saying. There's many falsities that are coming in that are being shown. And as I say, just because it looks pretty doesn't mean it is. So this is where, that dark portals that were open, and even his shirt, I'm going back to that track, this shirt had demons walking out of the portal. So this is where, we're seeing wanting to get things, like, I don't know if you guys follow Project Veritas, where he's trying to bring out a lot of truth, trying to fight for things and bring things out. Being raided by the FBI, which was weird because he gave the diary back to the police. But some of the things that are in that diary are horrific, just horrific, about Biden's daughter and the things that he did to her. Those are the things, those are the things that are being revealed that are so unbelievable, yet it's getting us to see truth in order to bring changes. And sometimes you feel like, okay, I can't, what can I do? I'm just little old me, Mary June Tracy, sitting in my office right now talking to you. What can I do? Well, I can do prayers. I can do, if you do mantras, or if you do the rosary, those are power things. Can you gather with another person and do a special ceremony and burning things and allowing yourself to let yourself cleansing? When I teach the fairy workshop, which I'm going to be doing again in February or in January, that fairy workshop's 15 weeks. During the 15 weeks of the course, there's cleansing in it all the time. We are constantly cleansing. We're constantly going through healings and allowing ourselves to go through the cleansing and the healings. That's the process. But a lot of, when you see other things, they don't talk, when I hear a shaman not talking about cleansing, not bringing in the, a wall of protection, or just saying, oh, I know it's sacred here. Yeah, it's sacred, but even when I did full moon, new moon meditations in my home, everybody got saged when they came into my house. I called in the quarters for it. I created a safe place for people, not only for myself. I knew my home was safe, but I made sure that things were, and I saged afterwards. I salted, I cleansed, I cleaned, I vacuumed, I washed the floor, I washed walls sometimes after doing ceremonies, because I'm taking off whatever's there and I'm bringing in the newness. That's what I'm doing. So you don't see that when with others that are working. Maybe that sounds extreme, but I want to make sure everybody's protected and safe, not only myself, but my family as well. And sometimes you don't see that. It's amazing when you wash your carpet, and you get all that, whatever has been in there in the carpet. Maybe you haven't washed the carpet since the summertime, or maybe you haven't washed it in a year or 4 years. And then you finally clean it. It's just like, oh, wow. Because people shed. People's skins shed and everything. It's all in there. So it's doing those cleansings is important. It's important. That's one of the ways to protect yourself. Make sure you're cleansing. Make sure you're cleaning. Go through and make sure at least, once a week that you do a clean. And if you don't like cleaning, maybe this is the time to hire a cleaner to come in at least once or twice a month for you to do it. And then you can do your basic stuff during the month. It's important to do that. That's part of the forms of protection. It's part of the forms of protection. And the more you start doing that, the more you start feeling in tune and in line with your home. And when I go into a home and there is a lot of dust, or cobwebs, unless it's an old castle or an old chateau that, that they're redoing. There's parts of the chateau that, yeah, okay, we're shutting this part off until we can get there. Yeah, there's going to be some heavy cobwebs and stuff like that that's in it, definitely. But I'm talking about your everyday living area, your space where you're at. If you're not cleaning it, I'm going to say you're going to be hoarding on to a lot of things that you don't want to hoard on, or you're going to be wondering why shit keeps hitting the fan. Um, this is just helping for things to, even when I go into, and I've gone into cleansing and they haven't cleaned their windows since they moved into the house. I'm like, whoa, okay, these windows need to be cleaned. I don't care how you do it. Get out there, get the water on it, get the soap on it, cleaning. Right? I'm cleaning as I'm listening. Lisa's like, oh, yes, we're cleaning. But that's the thing. It's like doing the dusting and doing those types of things. It's amazing. It's amazing. And even if you do it, take 15 minutes to do a clean, 15 minutes a day to do a clean. Whether that's vacuuming, whether that's going around with the dustbuster, whether that's saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to spray my, whatever, fridge down or whatever. It's doing these things is important, and that's part of the safety measures of creating a safe place. There's a lot of intensity and energies that are out there, and we're going to be seeing more of the shattered reality. We're going to be seeing more coming forth and craziness that's going to happen. And my heart goes out because I think there's things that have happened with Justin Bieber. I think, a lot of people don't like him or whatever. But I feel like, with even whoever you like, take a look at their life and take a look at where they were and look and where they are. Take a look at when actresses and actors, they start off in their heavyweight and then they end up becoming very slim. Why? They're doing well before. So that's the other part too. It's interesting when things like that happen. And sometimes it's you start looking at why are they doing that? Why aren't they losing the weight? Why, so there are different ones who've gone and they won't lose the weight. They'll keep it on because they're not desirable for that of which is evil. Interesting. So there's a lot there that's going on. So there is emotion. It's harsh. But facing our frustrations, our blocks emotionally, with the intensity is something we have to do. Something we have to look at. So today, maybe you need to go clean. Maybe it's a day that you start and do a dust or do a vacuum, and bringing in that energy, lighting a candle, lighting the incense, getting that energy, getting that vibration going is going to be an important part of your day, important part of stepping forward into creating a more positive energy within your home and within you. We always feel better after a bath. You get kids that are like, I don't want to have a bath. And you throw them in the bath. They're just like, oh, because kids pick up shit, man, literally. But figuratively, they pick up a lot of crap. And if they're out there playing or if they're out there at a friend's house, my kids, anytime they were out over at a friend's house or they had a sleepover, they came home, they had to be saged and they got a bath. Crazy mother. But it is one of those, it's just because they carry so much and they don't realize they're carrying so much. So when you throw them in the bath, and usually you find them like, oh, and then you can't get them out because they just released all of that stuff, all of that, whatever was going on. It's amazing. It's amazing. So maybe it's that you just need to have a good soak today and go into a bath. Have an afternoon bath. Have an afternoon bath with tea. Oh, that's beautiful. Light some candles. This is where the energies are, and this is where will help to keep you into the alignment and keep you feeling, yeah, okay, I got some shit to work on. This is what I got to do first. So stepping into that and doing that. Those are easy peasy little tips in order to keep yourself on protected. Call in Archangel Michael. So I'm having a manifesting with the angels this Saturday, and we're using Archangel Raziel. Archangel Raziel is a beautiful, beautiful angel of, God's secret, and he's one who wants to reveal the secrets to you. He's a beautiful angel to be working with, to open up to help to cleanse. He's also a beautiful angel when you are wanting to work with other angels. So he's sort of like you might have a really good connection, but when I bring in Archangel Raziel to work, it's like he strengthens that connection times 10. Like he comes in because it's like you're having an extra energy force that is with you, that is in your corner. Archangel Raziel is also the angel that they used in ancient times for an anchor. He anchored energies. He anchored the positivities and bringing those anchors in. He's also the keeper of the secrets of the universe and wants to reveal the secrets to us and allowing for that information to unfold in order for you to live a more prosperous, beautiful life and coming into those higher frequencies. That's when we start working with those beautiful energies with Raziel, it is a very positive, loving energy that we're stepping into, and he's opening your heart. You don't, yeah, it's you're going through the heart. You're going through the energy of allowing for you to be able to speak and to come out and speak your truth. Okay, so that's very, very important. Are your classes recorded if unable? Yes, they are. All my classes are recorded, and everybody gets a recording of those classes. So all my classes are recorded. So, and that's really helpful for when people can't show up for a class. Like if I got like my fairy class is 15 weeks, and which is absolute. And we use Be a Goddess workbook in that class by Francisca de Grandes. So we use her book to be a goddess in that class, and it brings forth a lot of positivity and love and using it. But yes, they are recorded. So sending you all out some crazy, crazy love. I'm sending you all out some wonderful positive vibrations and having you to stand in your power and your greatness, so that the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, in all that you be, in all that you do. May the divine universe be within you, through you, and around you. Ignite your flame, shine your flame. Don't let anybody step on your flame, because you are a child of the universe. No greater than the stars, no greater than the trees, but you are in alignment with that of the universe and the greatness of this world. You're beautiful beings. Thank you for joining me upon this earth walk. God bless, and the goddess bless you. We'll talk to you soon, and bye-bye for now.